Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 629, January 1st, 2021. Oh my goodness. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you're having trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right. Oprah Winfrey. Once again, Happy New Year, everyone. And today I'm kicking off a new Friday format. Remember, we were doing FAQs Friday last year, and of course you had, actually the last couple years, and you of course have access to that on all the old episodes. But starting today, we are going to do something called Friday Facts, F-A-C-T-S, not like a fax machine, where each Friday I will offer up a fact about something relevant to authors, books or writing or promoting or social media, just something to do with being an author. And then I will discuss how it applies to your writing, the whole point of this show. Here's today's Friday fact. In the United States, people spend 2 hours and 3 minutes on social media each day. And that is from an August 24th, 2020 article on digitalmarketing.org. And whoop-de-freaking-do, right? We already knew this, right? What is this rather run-of-the-mill stat? Yeah, we all spend hours on social media, and maybe some of us are looking at saying 2 hours. Oops. Perhaps a stat that you already knew. What does that have to do with being an author and the writing experience? Well, today I'm going to use it as a segue into the topic that I'm calling why social media is more attractive to authors than to regular people. Or alternatively, why social media is more dangerous for authors than other people in terms of where we put our attention for long periods of time anyway. Think about some of what might be considered defining characteristics of us as authors. We tend to be maybe a little introverted, isolated. We're on our computers a lot, writing, presumably. And above all, here's the kicker, we love to communicate. It's like our thing. And communicate, I mean, write, I mean, say stuff, and usually stuff that might be considered charming and witty and entertaining and inspirational and educational to others. Oh yeah, that's social media, right? Like that's why people go on social media. It's like they invented it just for us. Is it any wonder that one of an author's biggest challenges these days is to get off social media long enough to write their own darn book? And in our defense, telling us to stay off social media, like the communication form to be witty and entertaining and educational and communicate because we're isolated and introverted. We're on our computers anyway, so let's show off all our language on social media. Telling us to get off social media, it's a tall order. I mean, they invented it for us. It's a type of technology custom designed so introverted authors have a place to be brilliant in public without having to go in public and be brilliant. But the problem is, brilliant writers should actually be writing our brilliantly written books. I know, sorry to point that out. So when I sit here on the show after show, day after day, harping on the subject of habits and my recent favorite possibly made-up word, habitsology, I've decided I'm a habitsologist. This is my new thing. It's for good reason. It's because I know, I get it. The technology powers that be basically put a giant piece of fresh tuna fish in front of a cat and then told the cat, no, bad girl, don't touch the tuna. Well, maybe that's not the best analogy, but it's at least pretty fun. My point is this. All the habits hacking and technology boundaries that are available to us, they're there. That so many people are trying to master. These things are even more relevant to us. All the habitsology, more relevant to us. Because again, we're cats being told to stay away from the tuna. The best news is we have the solutions. Books like Atomic Habits by James Clear, Indistractable by Nir Eyal, and podcasts like this one, where one of my big goals is to help you move past the distractions and write a great book. I mean, habit is in the title of the show. There's your sign. And I will, of course, as always, leave those book titles and everything else I talk about in the show notes. So make sure you always make it a habit of checking the show notes when you listen every day. All kinds of good information there. So there's my rant for today. Why am I obsessed with habits? It's because things like social media that try to distract us from our writing habits are like tuna to a cat. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Check the show notes. And until tomorrow, happy writing.